The announcement a few days ago that Dyson, one of Britain's leading, innovative and most successful businesses with annual sales of over £4 billion, $5.25 billion, was moving its head office from the UK to Singapore, was big news not only in the UK but throughout Asia. Dyson started producing vacuum cleaners in Chippenham in the UK in 1993 before moving to Malmesbury 2 years later. It invested millions in the site, tripling its UK workforce in the 5 years up to 2018, with 1,100 employees in Singapore, 1,300 in Malaysia, 1,000 in China and 800 in the Philippines. However, the news of Dyson's latest shift was reported and commented on in a variety of lurid ways, particularly in the UK. This is illustrated by even the leading business newspaper, with its disappointingly and unfortunately biased front-page headline entitled, "Brexit backer Dyson shifts company HQ to Singapore." Simply because Dyson is a Brexit supporter, there has been a Gadarene rush by several members of Parliament to condemn him for hypocrisy, betrayal, and indicating the bleak post-Brexit business challenges. Therefore, it is interesting and illustrative to look at the importance of this move in the context of its size, why it is happening, and analyze any possible Brexit effects, and their impact on other businesses. First, the size of the move. It turns out that just two executives, the Chief Financial Officer and Chief Legal Officer, are actually moving to Singapore, and no jobs will be lost. Of course, any future recruitment of new staff will be in Singapore and not in the UK. Dyson still employs 4,000 people in, as they put it, their heart and soul, the UK, which is critical to the future research and development facilities with their high requirements and demands for highly skilled staff, engineers and scientists. Dyson said this week that it would be spending £200 million in new buildings and testing facilities in Hullivington, and £44 million in refreshing office space and adding new laboratories in Malmesbury, as well as investing £31 million for the young undergraduates at its university on the same site. Second, why is this move happening? To put this in the context of international and global business, it is insightful to look back at some recent decisions and announcements by Dyson. We can get some insight by recalling Dyson's earlier refocusing of his business. This includes the closure of UK manufacturing and moves to Malaysia in 2003, not least as the Far East was where many of its suppliers were based, while simultaneously expanding research and development in the UK. Dyson announced a £250 million extension in 2016 of their existing headquarters, which tripled its UK workforce. That was followed a year later by the dramatic opening of a 517-acre, 209-hectare campus as part of its massive £250 billion investment and plans to double its UK workforce to support the development of new battery products, robotics and artificial intelligence. Then there was the more recent announcement in 2018 about building its new electric car in Singapore, again based on the availability of technical expertise, engineering talent, regional supply chains and proximity to key target markets. So, this current announcement should have come as no surprise. Critically, for Dyson's markets and sales, the UK only accounts for 4% of annual sales. We might want to reflect on why that is. In contrast, there is the growing Asian market for Dyson's quality, high-end products well liked by the rising middle classes there who are willing to pay for premium, well-designed and innovative products, not just the cheapest. Third, the all too easy and lazy, caused by Brexit, line is, of course, counterfactual. Also, there is the causation versus correlation point. As we can clearly see from Dyson's history, investments, expansion and relocations both from and in the UK have occurred both pre-Brexit and since the vote. As the company clearly states, the move has nothing to do with Brexit. Rather, it is more due to hard-headed business acumen that James Dyson and his leadership are well known for. It has made him one of Britain's most successful, admired and well-known inventors and entrepreneurs. Finally, there is a need to put away petty point scoring by biased politicians with their unfounded assertions of companies departing and investment drying up. Foreign direct investment into the UK has continued, and some 7% of international investors increased investments last year since the EU referendum. This story, at best, shows the unacknowledged confirmatory bias and desirability bias by politicians and commentators, and worse, their ignorance. This important debate deserves better. Chris Rowley is a visiting fellow at Kellogg College, University of Oxford and Professor Emeritus, Cass Business School, City, University of London. He is a leading figure in the study of employment and human resource management, business and management in Asia.